Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I want you to know that you are greatly appreciated. The Ignition Time channel is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. I'm going to give you the latest status of where the stimulus bill stands right now, and we do have some encouraging news. There was some news late last night about the to me provision no longer being a roadblock. There was a breakthrough essentially, and there's been some new news that has come out this morning. It does look like we could see a vote on this new stimulus bill in the House, potentially even the Senate, as early as today. And I wouldn't be surprised if that does indeed happen, because keep in mind, funding for the government runs out at midnight tonight. So we could again see a vote with from the House and the Senate. We could see it passing through the House and the Senate, and we could see the president signing it as early as today. Now, I'm not surprised that Congress is acting because the government is running out of money, but let's just jump right in and I'll give you the exact status of where things stand right now. So you'll see this tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman over at Politico, and Jake writes, the Senate will come in today at 1:30 p.m. and vote on a nomination of Brian Nolan, so some other matters. And then here's the important comment. Please note further roll calls are expected during today's session of the Senate. So we'll wait and see what happens and whether the Senate will indeed vote on this entire stimulus package today. It may not happen today, but we are starting to see the senators being available for the passage of what could potentially be a large stimulus package. Here's a tweet on your screen from Jeff Steinova at the Washington Post. Now he's quoting Senator John Barrasso, who's a Republican from Wyoming, who's the number 3 Senate Republican after Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and John Thune from South Dakota. So Senator John Barrasso from Wyoming said, this gets done today. No more delays. This is very encouraging. And also the number 2 House Democrat, Steny Hoyer, said, be ready to vote on COVID relief Sunday, which is today. We most likely will see a vote on the floor of the House today. This is expected to pass swiftly through the House, through the Senate, and be signed into law by the president. This could go as late as tonight. And I just want to be clear that it's not over yet. There are still some key outstanding issues that need to be resolved. There's still some factors that they're working on. We have not seen the text of the bill, as Jeff Stein points it out. Now, as soon as we see the text of the bill, you can be sure to depend on me. I'll break down the entire bill for you. I'll tell you what's included, who gets the checks, who gets unemployment benefits, how long, whether there are any thresholds, whether there are any surprises in there. Let's hope there aren't. I'll break that down for you. And as far as Pat Toomey, the Republican from Pennsylvania, is concerned, if you remember, Pat Toomey had some language on the lending provisions of the Federal Reserve, which could have been a deal breaker. I did cover that yesterday in our video where I talked about the risk to the entire stimulus package. But it does look that that was the breakthrough last night, and that indeed has been sorted out. And this is why I said, and you see this tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman over at Politico, this is why I'm highly encouraged right now. Basically, House Democratic leadership has said that House votes are expected today, yes, today, on this massive funding package. Remember, it's a $1.4 trillion package with the $900 billion package, this COVID stimulus package. And here's the announcement regarding the floor schedule on the floor of the House today. Remember, this is the House that's controlled by the Democrats with the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Today, the House meets at noon for legislative business and will recess subject to the call of the chair. Members are advised that votes are expected in the House today related to government funding and further COVID relief legislation. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. This bill, when it passes through the House, it is expected to pass quickly through the Senate because they've been working on this for the past few days, and I would expect the president to sign it by midnight tonight. I would be very surprised if this sequence of events does not happen today, because we are now at the finish line. Now, keep in mind, I want our viewers and subscribers to know that we don't have the exact time of the House vote yet, but as soon as there's a House vote and as soon as the House has voted and passed this piece of legislation, I'll be sure to announce it on our channel. Please make sure to click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications on our channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Further information, as you can see on your screen, further information regarding the House voting and the exact timing of the votes will be provided soon. We don't know it yet, but what we do know is House members, the Democrats and the Republicans, are advised that votes could occur late into the evening, which means everyone's gearing up and we can expect this thing to pass sometime later today. And in some rather interesting news, Jeff Stein from the Washington Post pointed out something essentially in response to a tweet from the President of the United States. You'll see this tweet in the past 12 hours from the President of the United States, where the President said, "Why isn't our Congress giving people a stimulus bill? It wasn't our fault, it was the fault of China. Get it done and give them more money in direct payments." That's what the President is saying. Now, keep in mind, the President is saying give them more money in direct payments. But Jeff Stein is pointing out a fact, and that fact is as follows. You'll see that on your screen. Less than 2 weeks ago, President Trump essentially sent Congress a proposal that included stimulus checks of only $600 per person, same amount that's currently on the table, that we expect to be formally announced and formally passed as a law sometime today once the president signs the bill that passes both the House and the Senate. The White House proposal would have offered $0 in supplemental unemployment benefits. In other words, Jeff Stein is pointing out that the president essentially officially offered a smaller stimulus check and no federal unemployment benefits, which is inconsistent with President Trump's tweet. That's what Jeff Stein from the Washington Post is saying. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what Jeff is saying in the comment section below. I want to know, do you believe that the president is trying to get us large checks, as the president is saying, or as is seen from the proposals, the president says something, but the actual offer and the actual outcome is something different. I'll let you be the judge for yourself, but I want to know what our viewers and subscribers think in the comment section below. And for our viewers and subscribers, this on your screen was a breakthrough from last night. Remember, Pat Toomey, the Republican senator from Pennsylvania, had basically said that the Federal Reserve's lending facilities essentially should be limited going forward so that Democrats would not tap into it essentially as their own personal piggy bank. So again, this is the difference in political and ideological priorities, if you will, between the two sides. You'll see this information on your screen from Jeff Stein from the Washington Post. By the way, we'll provide you with a link to all of these tweets, all of this information in the description section below, so make sure you check that out. So Jeff essentially pointed out this statement from the office of Pat Toomey, Republican from Pennsylvania, on last night's breakthrough. Remember, this is a tweet from last night. And Democrats have said the language preserved the ability of the Federal Reserve to create similar facilities to those established in March. In other words, the Democrats are now happy with the revision in the language. So it looks like we are about to see the passage of a $900 billion stimulus package sometime today. It's expected to pass both the House and the Senate. Here's a statement from Toomey, and I'll read out that statement to you. This tentative agreement is an unqualified victory for taxpayers. Senate Republicans achieved all four of our objectives regarding the CARES Act Federal Reserve lending program. So you can see that Pat Toomey is essentially trying to take credit, if you will, politically, and you can start to see. Let's see the rest of the statement. This agreement rescinds more than $429 billion in unused CARES Act funds. In other words, what Pat Toomey is saying is this money is not out there and it's not sort of lying there. We rescinded it. Definitively ends the CARES Act lending facilities by December 31st, which, by the way, was part of the original law. So that part is correct. Stops these facilities from being restarted and forbids them from being duplicated without congressional approval. This was the concern of Pat Toomey. I did do a detailed video yesterday talking about concerns from Pat Toomey, so you can definitely check out that video. And this is the important part. This agreement will preserve Fed independence and prevent. This is the important part. This is why there was a holdup yesterday, and prevent Democrats from hijacking these programs for political and social policy purposes. So basically, the Republicans, specifically Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, was concerned that, and I'm quoting him, that the Democrats would hijack these programs for political and social policy purposes. Pretty interesting stuff. So what is the bottom line, everybody? On your screen, you see tweets from Mike DeBonis, who covers Congress for the Washington Post. And Mike DeBonis said that the prior to me language, again, I covered this in a video yesterday, this was the holdup yesterday. This was a risk, everybody, to the entire stimulus package, and the risk is now behind us, which is why we can expect the flow vote. But it's important for us to know what went on. You come to my channel for specific information, for specific details, and here are the details. The short version is the prior to me language from Pat Toomey, Republican from Pennsylvania, prevented the Federal Reserve from creating, I quote, similar programs to the emergency, to the CARES Act lending facilities. And compromise language will prevent precise copycats but the Federal Reserve would retain the power to create new programs under the authority that they have under the provisions of the law. So this is a good thing. This means, to be honest, this means the Republicans get what they want and the Democrats get what they want. This is a good thing. This is compromise. This is how the system is supposed to work. Is the delay frustrating? Is it agonizing? Do you feel like throwing stuff at the wall? I get it, but at the end of the day, in a good negotiation, both sides should walk away knowing that they got a little bit of what they wanted. But unfortunately, in this negotiation, I believe the American people, our fellow Americans in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality, our fellow Americans who need quick cash now, who need money to put food on the table, to pay rent, to keep the lights on, they are the ones who've been left struggling, and they are the ones who've been waiting. So Jeff Stein also reported this major breakthrough last night, which is that the To Me language issue has been resolved and the compromise language was accepted by Chuck Schumer yesterday in the evening. And this again paves the way for the finalization of the package. And we can expect votes on the floor of the House and on the floor of the Senate at some point today, which is highly encouraging. So there you have it, everybody. That was the update. Here you go. I did fix the pin, Jimmy. All set. Guys, whenever you do these videos live, it's not always easy to make adjustments live. So I was trying to multitask. There it is. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you pointing that out. Thank you so much. Here's the pin. The pin is good. Thank you. I'm proud of the pin. I'm proud of it, and I was just in a hurry to get the news out to you. So, guys, there's the news. Also, we have some new information from Toomey's office. In fact, let me show you that information right now. Here we go. Pat Toomey said he did narrow some language in the COVID relief bill. He did narrow some language, and he said that the Democrats. He acknowledged the Democrats' concerns, and he said that the Democrats made a fair point. Can you believe? Can you believe a Republican senator saying that the Democrats made a fair point? Well, that's what he said. He said they made a fair point. You'll see this tweet on your screen from Frank Thorpe, who's another reporter. And Frank, just so that everyone knows, is a producer and off-air reporter who covers Congress at NBC News. And let's see what Frank said. Frank said that to me did narrow some language in the COVID relief bill, and he said that Democrats had concerns about it. And he said that Democrats made a fair point, that it was too broad, and he said it might have captured facilities that we didn't intend to capture. This is a good thing, guys. This is our system at work. Is the system slow to work? Yes. Is it frustrating? Yes. Is it agonizing? Absolutely yes. But my goal as a citizen journalist is to give you the news and hopefully help you make sense of this craziness. Also, by the way, I know that some of this news broke late last night. Guys, I'm on the East Coast. It was 1 a.m. I was, I was asleep. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Toomey did say that his compromise has been reached on his language, and he will support the final stimulus package. Guys, this is really good news. I want you to know that as soon as the actual package is released, and as soon as the actual numbers are released, as soon as the actual information is made available, I'll be sure to let everyone know. I do appreciate everyone watching. Please comment. Will EIDL grants be available? How much Paycheck Protection Program money will be available? Whether the unemployment will be $300 a week for 10 weeks, whether it will be for 16 weeks. All of the specific information I'll release to you as soon as it's made available to us. The information that I have based on the latest news that has emerged is that it's going to be $300 a week, and it's going to last for 10 weeks, and it's going to start from the end of December. It's not going to be more retroactive than that. But let's be clear. The final language of the bill might change. Here's what I am expecting: that there'll be a vote on the floor of the House today. There'll be a vote on the floor of the Senate today. That's what I'm expecting here, everybody. And I'll let you know as soon as that does indeed happen. So I'll keep you all posted. And again, I appreciate you watching. Let me see if any new information has come out. I believe that's the latest information that we have right now. And let's see if I can give you folks any new information that has just come out. Okay, all right, folks. So this is, as you can see, this is the latest information that you see on your screen. House Speaker Pelosi just told reporters in DC that they are close on finalizing a package. So this is a good thing. She says we want to have members. We want to have members have enough time to review the package. Now, can people actually review a $2.3 trillion package that they'll vote on in a few hours? Probably not. But guess what, folks? This is where things stand right now. I hope you learned something new from this update. I tried to give you a comprehensive update. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. My pin is correct now. I'm I'm a patriot, guys. It was just one of those things where I was rushing to get the news out to you. But guys, here's the interesting thing about video. I'll tell you something super interesting about video. The 99 things that go right, the lighting, the audio, the background blur effect, the split screen, the organization of the news. The 99 things that go right are hard to notice because they go right. But the one thing that goes wrong just jumps out. I'm not blaming. It's fine. It's fine. Next time I'll double. I have a checklist. Next time the orientation of the pin will be on my checklist. I appreciate you all. And guys, this is encouraging news. This is good news. All I ask you to do is to please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. That would mean a lot to me. Please enable notifications and please subscribe. I depend on you to help us grow our community. Please comment below. I'm very proud of our community because our community is very respectful. It's a bipartisan community. It's an intelligent community. I've mentioned this before. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American, and we are all Americans first. Please click like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That would mean a lot to me. I really appreciate you watching. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've really leveled up the camera with the background blur effect and everything, and I've leveled up the live streams because I want to make this. Guys, this has been an astonishing year. This has been a crazy year. I want to try and give you some semblance of information that helps you make sense of this madness. That's my goal with this channel, everybody. And as soon as the bill is passed, I'll let you know who gets the checks, what's the amount of the checks, who gets the unemployment benefit, what's the amount of the unemployment benefit, what we can expect. What you can do is click subscribe, enable notifications. Doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get updates from our channel. I work very hard. And this channel is not just a stimulus updates channel. We give you information about the country, about the economy, and about your money. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I hope you all learned something new. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Bye.